Alright, let's talk Samsung, because after years of teasing us with innovation, they might actually be delivering something we've been begging for. You ready for it? RAM. Yes, the Galaxy S26 Ultra might finally break the cycle and give us that long overdue RAM upgrade. And this time for everyone, not just a select few markets that win the tech lottery. But before the deep dive into the video, a quick reality check. Over 98% of you watching right now aren't subscribed. That's wild. Hitting that button doesn't just grow this channel. It genuinely keeps me motivated to keep digging, scripting, and dropping the best leaks and updates before anyone else. If you made it this far, chances are you're into it. So why not make it official? Thanks, and let's dive in. Now quick rewind. Samsung's been steadily increasing RAM across the Galaxy S lineup for over a decade. But here's the weird part. The Ultra models, they've been frozen at the same top-end RAM for 4 years. Sure, there was one sneaky exception, but we'll get to that. According to a fresh leak, Samsung's finally about to change that. The S26 Ultra could bring back the 16 gigs RAM variant, but this time, not just in 1 or 2 countries. We're talking a proper global release right alongside the usual 12 gigs model. And yeah, technically the S25 Ultra did have a 16 gigs version, but unless you lived in a very specific market, you probably never even saw it. Even the leak source, Macquarie Research via Jucanis Reef, doesn't count that as a full global release. Fair. If this new info holds up, the S26 Ultra will be the first time since 2021 that Samsung gives everyone 16 gigs straight out the gate. Remember the S20 Ultra and S21 Ultra? Those were the last true flagships to offer it globally. Then came 2022, and boom, Samsung scaled back to 12 gigs across the board, and it's been kinda quiet ever since. So yeah, this could be Samsung finally getting back on track, and not a moment too soon, because Apple's gearing up to put 12 gigs of RAM in the next iPhone. And you know Samsung isn't about to let Apple win that flex. If there's one thing Samsung loves, it's throwing more RAM at the problem. But RAM isn't the only plot twist here. Let's talk stylus drama, because the Galaxy S26 Ultra also changed up how the S Pen works, and fans were not exactly thrilled. In fact, polls are already popping up begging Samsung to bring back the old school features. And now things are getting real spicy. According to Leaker Digital Chat Station, the Galaxy S27 Ultra might completely ditch the built-in pen. Yep, Samsung's apparently thinking of pulling it out literally and going back to an external stylus, like the one we saw with the Galaxy S21 Ultra or the Fold series. Why? 2 big reasons: cost and space. These Ultra phones aren't cheap, and cutting the internal S Pen could help Samsung keep costs down or at least avoid raising the price even more. Plus, pulling it out frees up internal space, which could mean a bigger battery, upgraded hardware, or just more breathing room inside the phone. Now, before you grab your pitchfork, nothing's official. The S27 Ultra is still early in development, so Samsung could easily change course if the fan outrage gets loud enough. But that's not the only S Pen twist going on. Another leak from Panda Flash on X says Samsung recently scrapped a brand new pen that didn't even need a digitizer in the display. It was supposed to be next-gen, more flexible, and designed for, you guessed it, the Galaxy Z Fold 7. But now it's gone. Cancelled. Why? Apparently the Fold 7 is based on the Z Fold Special Edition, which didn't have a digitizer to begin with. That helped Samsung shave off some thickness, but it also meant no stylus support. Even if the Fold 7 includes that new titanium hinge plate, it's unclear what direction Samsung's actually going with this one. So yeah, between RAM upgrades, stylus controversy, and mysterious hardware leaks, there's a lot going down in Samsung land right now. But with Galaxy Unpacked rumored for July 9, we won't be waiting long to see how much of this pans out. What do you think? Is Samsung finally getting its groove back, or are these changes a little too wild? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I'm definitely watching. Until then, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.